Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome to Happy Place Crafting, crafting therapy for the soul. I hope you all are doing terrific. I am doing just dandy. Okay. Today is day 15, almost halfway through. Dear prompt cards plus art play equals a journal page, a card, whatever you want to make. All right. Let's get on with it. Draw an element, make, color, and an action. All right. Is up. Let's see what we've got. All right. For element, we have file folder. Okay. That we can, for make, we have file folder. That's crazy. So we have to use a file folder and we have to make a file folder. That is so funny. Okay. The color is weathered wood. Ooh. And we need to emboss. So it looks like we're going to be embossing a file folder. Okie doke. And for Inktober, we are on the 15th, ragged. That's not too bad. Tomorrow is blunder. How are we going to do that? Okay, ragged, I think I can do. Make something look ragged with a pen. We can do that for sure. Okay. All right. Emboss. Trying to think. Did I pull the folders or did I not? I did. I only have one spider web, so I guess we'll use that. That is fall, or not fall, but Halloweenish. Okay, so that's emboss. Weathered wood, we'll figure out. File folder. File folder. Let me grab a file folder. Hold on to your... Be right back. Let me grab one. Wonder if you can still hear me now that I have my... We've got one. Okie doke. There's that. And we're back. All right, so we have file folder. Weathered wood. Weathered wood. Let's see. We're going to have to deconstruct this a bit to make it the size we need. We're going to cut it down. To there. Can we leave it? We could leave it hanging out. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So let's just put this. Today is Wednesday. Hump day. Yeah. Thank goodness. Ooh, that cut that pretty well. I'm impressed. All right. Now, of course, if you don't have a file folder, you could make one rather easily. All right, I think we will glue that in there like that. What if we could emboss a bunch of paper and then put it on here to make a spider's web. I have to think about what I want to do here. It seems like a lot of work for a short amount of time. We could do this. I have a thought. 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 Okay. This is going to be a little bit complicated. All right, first let's emboss this paper. Let's see. What do we want to do? Do we want to do color? We could do. Um. I'm thinking. I have to think about how I want to do this. Can't figure out. What if we did it on this page? Like. Maybe not that. Maybe a couple of these. I cut this in four. Okay, let me grab it. I can't believe I was watching something the other day and somebody was embossing with using they were using dyes and using um, a um, dryer sheet. I couldn't believe how many people didn't know about that. Like, I feel like I'm fairly new to the game and I knew about it. I'm like, how did nobody know about this? I was kind of shocked. This is going to be tedious for a minute. So you might want to fast forward through this part. Me running these through, running them through, running them through. There we go. Sorry I'm quiet. It's just the things that are going through my head probably are not really that appropriate. Talking about out loud. Do you ever have those days where it's just like the thoughts in your head are not really meant to be shared? I mean, my life's pretty much an open book, but I don't have to share everything. And most of the stuff, people really probably could care less about it anyway, to be quite honest. It'd be like boring. Boring. All right. Didn't take as long as I thought it would. Stick that in there. Definitely have to put that back because it takes up a lot of room if it sits out here. All right. Now, I was thinking about some of these embossed better than others, but that's okay. What if we maybe we experiment with this one a little bit. A couple different techniques and see which one I like better. I saw somebody the other day do this. And I thought that was pretty cool, actually. I don't think the silver is going to stand out enough. Do I have a black in this? I do. Let's try it with the black and see what it does. I think it works well because it's flat. I like that. All right, let's do that. It's like this whole side of the thing didn't get in there that well. Oh, I guess it did better than I thought it did. It's just harder to see, maybe. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm loving this. Okay. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Lovely, lovely. Mm. Yeah, that's the right side. I bought these colored inks when I very first started because I wanted lots of colors and I didn't really know that there was such a big difference in inks yet. But, you know, hey, they did fine for when I first needed them, and I've kept them because they can come in handy when I don't have a certain color. But I don't think I've ever used this black. But I better use them because they'll dry up. And then I won't have them to use. That will have been a waste of money, and I don't like to do that. We do not like to waste money. I did not come from the generation where you waste money. That would be the generation now who don't believe in leftovers and things like that. Okay. So, we got that. I want to decorate with these. Wait, do we have another one with the round edge? Yeah, we do. Got those. I think I want to keep one for inside. Keep that one for inside. Want to pair them up. And then glue them down I still want you to be able to see that it's a spider web. Okay. We need glue stick. Glue stick. Do we want to put the glue on there? No, we want to put it on here. Let's put it on. Okay. Let's do that. We always do the outside, then the inside. At least that's what I do. I don't know about you all, but. And I love to create like, whoops, masterboard type things. So why not? Why not? Let's get rid of those. Okie doke. And yes, this is just Elmer's. And here it works just fine. I know for not everybody it doesn't work, but for my purposes it works fine. We do need our card. Where is it? There we go. I think this, we're going to put it here so that we can cut off what we don't need. Keep a hook. And this one here. Okay. That seemed like the easiest way to do that. Here. Let's do that. There. Here we go. That one will work. I really want that edge, so what if we did this one first? There. Where did that little piece go? There. And this is going to go here. Oh, it's almost not big enough. Hold on. that. Actually, let's just do that. See all that, and then plans changed, didn't they? They did, they did. All right, let's do the inside. Joke. There. Let's get this edge off of here. Here's my doggy prancing around. I'm not sure what his deal is. Why he feels like he needs to be prancing around. Go lay down, Mick. He's already been out, so that shouldn't be an issue. Okay. I need a little piece right there. Dang it. Oops. Okay. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, let's trim this. Doesn't need trim that much. In this here. Okay. All right. Alrighty. I'm liking that. All right. feel like, what are we going to put on the inside? We need to decorate. Mm-hmm. What are we going to decorate with? We could use this. And maybe finally could use this. And what else do we have? Got some of this. It'd be so much easier just to cover it with the whole thing instead of having to Mod Podge it together. Let's see what we've got here. Where's that? Maybe this. That. That. Let's see how much we can cover with this. How are we gonna put this down? Let's cut this. Where did the pencil go? Right here. Let's cut it right there. Right. Back we don't need to worry about because the back we're going to glue it in. I'm going to glue that down. That. There. That there. And that. I think we can do that. Okay, but wait. I wanted to put. We can glue it and then cut through the back, the whole thing. That's what we'll do. Okay. Let's glue it. Glue it, and glue it, and glue it, glue it, glue it. Easy come, easy go. Whoops. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have put glue all over that side, but that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. Yeah, we just got glue all over that. That's all right. Let's just trim this off. Trim this off. Oak. That. Let's put glue on this. Hi. I thought I was all but a cat. I hope this is long enough now. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Good piecing it together. Let's cut that off. And this off. Alrighty. Cool. Okay, wait. Do we want to use that or do we want to use this? Nope, I don't think this is good. Well, let's just use this. It's just easier, probably. Let's cut it right there. And right there. All right. Where is the mark? Just it's right there. Every time I see it, then I lose it. That's right there. Okay. Not that one. That one is hard to see. Let's just line it up here. I think that's about right. Is that gonna work? That works. Okay. Let's do this. Oh gosh, we've been 40 minutes already. It's taken a minute to get this one together. All right. Ta-da! Okay. That's that. Now, I want to do this here, but I want to come in at 1/4 of an inch. Just do that. That. Come in 1/4 of an inch. Let's just measure it on all the sides and then we can be done with the measuring. Measuring. Measure twice, cut once. It's a good rule of thumb, especially if you're using tools or using things that are expensive like wood. All right. Now, all right, I want to cut this. All right. I really haven't been very good about talking all the time lately. And I apologize for that. I just don't have a ton to say right at this moment. And instead of just talking about jibber jabberish, figure I'll just kind of hang out with you and keep you company. Maybe you're crafting with me. I know Norma crafts with me, even though she's not into Halloween at the moment. She still crafts with me, which I think is really sweet. Can I do that? Okay, I did all 4 sides. Okay. All right. There's that. We're going to put this behind here. Definitely need to ink that edge because that is going to bother me. Oops. Let's ink that. And there. Okay. I think we should ink around here too while we're at it. I know this is taking a little long today. And I would say I apologize, but it's actually a little bit more complicated, so it takes however long it takes, is the way I figure. You can fast forward or do whatever you need to do. Move on. That's totally up to you. It's free country. At least for now it is. Okay. That. Where's that big skull? Yes. We are going to use you finally. But you know, you might not be into Halloween and want to do this kind of decoration, but it might give you an idea for, you know, you could use the same thing without Halloween paper and make your own thing with that. You could use flowers and still do it. You know what I mean? Okay. That needs some. Ooh, that might be cool. Do I have any of those little flowers? I need black flowers. Who would have thought I would need black flowers? But I clearly do. And I don't think I have any. But I've got this white one. I clearly need some black flowers in my life. I'm going to have to get some today. I'll just create some. And maybe I will share them with you after I do as a freebie. That's a possibility. I can't be the only one that needs black flowers right now. I have a lot of more cutesy stuff, but not really much. There's another flower. Maybe we'll do those. Okay. Get our ink back out. We definitely need to ink this. And I want to ink around these flowers. Okay. All right, let's glue this down. Let's glue this. If the glue will come out of the bottle, there we go. Sorry, I know you hear the dogs. I don't actually know that you hear them. I hear them, but that doesn't mean you hear them. I hopefully adjusted it so that you don't hear them, but I never know. Okay. we go. All right, that there. Let's clear this out. There we go. All right, let's put this down. There we go, much better. That. It needs to go like that. This needs to go here. Okie doke. Then this, I want to get a little bit of glue right there. Just want to give it a little bit of a. I want to flip this. Be able to flip this up. Writing space. So we're only going to glue right there. Okay. All right. Now, weathered wood. I think we picked up the weathered wood fine. Anyways, good enough. All right, we need. Okay, we did emboss, file folder, file folder. We made a file folder. We decorated a file folder in weathered wood, and the last one is. What did I do with that? There it is. Ragged. So let's do ragged. And this is how I picture ragged to be. We're going to accent the ragged edges of this. And that's what we're going to do, because that's what makes sense to me. And it's not something I would normally do. So, but it's also not going to take forever to do it today. So that's a good thing. Okay. This piece here. Oh, that really wasn't a ragged edge, but we're going to make it look like it was. Okay. There. There. And there. And that is definitely ragged. Okay, so that worked for that. What do we think? Do we need a focal point on here? We probably do. let's get this in here. I need to glue it. Let's put glue on this page, and then we'll glue it in. Okay. We're going to glue that in. Ta-da. Ta-da. Glued in just fine. All right. Do we want a focal point on there? If so, what would it be? I'm running out of spiders too. I need a spider. I need a skeleton. I think now I've got 3 spiders left. We definitely could put a spider on here. What else do we have? We've got our cute little ghosts. They're almost too cute for this. Plus, they've all got feet. They're not really. They're not really floaty ghosts. Okay, let's see. No, no. That's a cluster. No, no, no. No, no. New. New. These are kind of cool. Wish these were bigger. Wonder if I could print those bigger. I need to look into that. These were all our ghosts. These are all too cutesy. Spice and everything nice. Sweater weather. Autumn harvest. Pumpkin. I feel like we need something bigger. Maybe, hold on, I've got one more spot to look. Get everything in here. That's bigger. No, we still got our napkin. That might be interesting. Where did we use that in here? Oh, we used it there. We used the pick your poison there. Oh, we used it down here. That's a pocket. We haven't used it as just a. Then will that cover up all of the work that we've already done? Probably. I like that though. Let's see if we've got anything else. eyeball. It says Happy Halloween. That's a lot. Maybe we do that. Take that apart. Put it on there. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, there's a skeleton. It's not very big though. It's a Frankenstein. Ooh, there's a little scary spider. Maybe we use him instead, because we've used these glittery spiders before. So let's use him. These are holographic. That's kind of cool. I don't think any of those are big enough. Okay, I think we're going to use... See, those are cutesy. Cutesy patootsy. Okay, we're going to use that spider. Definitely. And I think we might use this. We might even use... Let's... do that. And open this up. Because we only need one side of this. Okay. All right. Do that. We could use the pumpkin. We also could use some of these stickers. This is kind of cutesy. I'm not really going for cutesy. We'll use some of these stickers. Okay, let's see if we can get this to glue down. And that was just one of those trick-or-treat bags, which I imagine you could, they have those for Christmas and all kinds of holidays that I suppose you could use it for. Okay. And this decorates, but it also allows us to, it's still see-through. So it almost looks like a rub-on. Pretty cool, right? It just disappeared right into there. All right, let's do the spider. We're going to put this spider up here. And kind of like the skeleton. We're going to make him run around. And ghost, maybe? The ghost. Let's put a bat up here. There we go. Ta-da! Ta-da! Got it. All right. Put that in there. We're going to put these over here so we can hopefully use those. There's the sun. Hello, sun. Thank you. Thank you for coming out today. Because I need you out. I know we've been over an hour, and I apologize. I don't really apologize, but I'll apologize. Okay. Emboss. Is the action. The element was file folder. The make, what are the odds of that? Was a file folder. The color was weathered wood. And Inktober was ragged. And we did ragged paper. Okay. Let's dance. Okay, zoom in. Let's see if you can see. You can see pretty well. All right. So, file folder. We used a file folder. We decorated a file folder, so we made a file folder in essence as well. Emboss. We embossed all of this paper. We also embossed this paper here. Weathered wood. There's browns, there's tans, there's blacks, because, like weathered could be, how they like use the blowtorch and like seal it off to make it like, I don't know what they're sealing it off from, but it seals it like, and they like burn it kind of. And then what I wonder about that is, if they burn the wood like that, does that mean it can't ever catch on fire again? And like, if that's true, then why don't, like, in California and stuff, they do houses like that so that they can't catch on fire? Just a thought. Anyway, and then Inktober was ragged. So all we did was go around the ragged edges with ink, with pen, and highlight the fact that the edges were torn and ragged. And that's that. Pretty simple, but I like how it turned out. Something different. I would probably never done that in a million years. And it's kind of like a flip out too, because it added extra page actually in here. Ta-da! So that was fun. We got it done. Oh, I wanted to show you. Yesterday I was talking about, whoops, sorry. I was talking about my old roll-off book. And so I had picked it up because I want to do some more in it, but I want to show you how. So I was looking at how different my roll-off book was before. Before, my roll-off book, I only had one color for each page. So I went through it pretty quickly, actually. And see, this is how I started doodling and just kind of mark making with this kind of stuff. And then I started experimenting a little. I don't know why I skipped that page. And doing some different ones. Still mark making. Oh my gosh, look, there's a spider web. Should take that out of here. I'm going to take it out. We're going to use it. Because that's the whole point, is using stuff like that. Okay. So yeah, there I'm still. Oh, those were, I had stamped off ladybugs. The still pretty. This is the page that needs to actually come out because it needs. I don't know why that won't tear out. It needs torn up so I can use it for other things. Now I'm starting to get a little fancier. See that? Starting to get a little bit more fancy. I'm trying new things out. That one I didn't do. That one I did. See that one? That one I didn't do. See, I'm trying to get more complicated. I love that one. That one's pretty cool too. I love that one as well. I don't know what I was doing with that. But they're kind of fun. That one's a mess. But it's fun because they're already roll-offs, so you can mess up if you want to. See how cool they are? And it's just doodling. That's all it is. See? A bunch of doodles. Random doodles. See, those are crazy. I love this one. And then I think that's it. I don't think I've done any more back here. Yeah, I need to do more in here. Oh, look, there's a telephone I did. So the other day I was watching Desiree, and she does Zentangles. I don't really understand the whole thing. It seems to me like they're doodling with names, and you have to be certified in order to explain how to do certain things. Is what my kind of understanding is with them. But anyways, I think there's some really cool ones that she was doing. So I went through and well, these are old ones that she are under her YouTube videos. And so I was just kind of looking at them and practicing and making some cards so that when I wanted to doodle in my book, then I could, right? And I could pick up some of these doodles, maybe alter them into my own thing. But she also, every day this month for Inktober, she's doing a tangle. So, and I did them, on my own off camera because I'm not certified. I can't teach how to do this. Surely go watch her videos because she's a very good teacher. She's very calm and she explains things very well. And so I wrote down what it was, what the name of it was, and then whose tangle or whatever it was. And then I tried to do my own. Some of them I did in pencil first and then traced over them. But it actually was a lot of fun to do them. And I did them last night. Some of them I was better at than others. And she shades them, and she also has like a white chalk like that she uses on them. She said the shading is interesting to me though, because she said when you're shading them, you're not really worried about a light source. You're more just trying to like emphasize the pattern itself and kind of highlight certain places of the pattern, it seems to me. So, but it was really fun. I love this one. This one was easy, and it was like one of the most fun I felt like. Some of them were, oh, I loved this one too, though. This vine one, it's really, really, really fun. It's called Mythograph, and it's by Zentangle Incorporated. And there's classes you can take and all kinds of things, but that's as far as I've gotten. It's day 14. I have to do today's, but I'll probably like I just did all 14 of those last night, and I'll probably, wait a week or so and then do a bunch of them, but do a bunch more and maybe practice some of these. Like this one was really easy. I don't know what the names of these ones are or whose they are. I just put the day, I put that I does because that's where I watched them was on her channel, and the number of video because in this series she's got like 34 videos, and so I put the number video that I watched. I've started them backwards and I'm going forward, and these don't have instructions so far. I don't know if she changes that. They're just music and you have to watch and just see how she does it. These, she's talking through them and she has instructions, and you can see the finished product in a picture before you actually start it, which is, I think, also kind of helpful so that you have your mind has a direction of where it's kind of going. But I just took a bunch of, how we all have cardstock, and I had a bunch of these squares, so I rounded them and punched a hole through them and put them on this, and I'm going to leave them with my roll-off book, which I have a new one that I'm, because I've been doing a bunch more been working with the gel plate, so I have a bunch more a new book that I've started for roll-offs, and so I'll be able to eventually get into that book as well too. And I think, like you can pull the pages out and use them, which is what I intend to do. And you can also, it's also kind of just cool to look through. Like, I love this one. This one is like one of my very favorite ones. And I use like sparkly gel pens in here. A lot of times I do it in pencil and then go over it in pen. Like, I think this one was done in pencil. And then I went over it with the gel pen. So sometimes I just use pencil. You're supposed to use pens though, because you're supposed to be able to, kind of just work through your mistakes. I like this one too, though. It kind of looks like a spider web. I wish I had done it in black. Still could do it in black. It just kind of is lines and then it kind of joins the lines, right? And I think this is one of those you just kind of went and then just kind of joined the lines. I think it was that simple. I've watched, for a lot of these, I watched Instagram videos, which were kind of cool. But yeah, so I want to practice these and like fill some pages up with them, right? Because I think it'll be fun. And some of them are meant to be like a border, so maybe I'll just do, a border of a page. Look, this is tape from pulling stuff off the gel plate. But yeah, so like this one, maybe I'll just practice this and do. And this, like starfish, I wish I would have seen it before I did my starfish for my book, because that was this day. Where was it? Here, right? I could have done this here instead of this. So yeah, kind of cool. Anyways, I just thought I would share that with you. And I know I've kept you long enough, so I'm going to let you go. But remember, crafting is cheaper than therapy, and we get to make really cool friends and really cool things. Today is Wednesday, so it's really busy usually for live streams. So if you're interested in those, you might want to check those out. There's all kinds of people that have live streams on Wednesdays. I used to, but I don't anymore. And I will catch you next time. Ta-da!